On the campus of Full Sail University, we welcome you to NXT.
The following tag team match is set for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 437 pounds, Enzo, Amore, and Colin, Cassady.
They're back. The boys are back in town. Enzo, Amore, and Colin, Cassady for the first time in tag team action in nearly 8 months.
Enzo Amore,
You love him.
I love him, but I want to punch him in the face at the same time. He's just got that, you know, I've said it before, he's like DDP's love child or something. Did we ever find out if that is who he is?
That's probably it.
I'd love to see you rock a mohawk like Enzo Amore.
Enzo Amore says he can, quote, talk the talk.
You're on form tonight, aren't you, Byron? Such a wordsmith.
Talk the talk and rock the mohawk. And Enzo also believes he has the gift of gab and the gift of jab.
He does.
Big Cass got a win here on NXT 2 weeks ago against Sylvester Lafort.
How about those pants?
Making MC Hammer jealous.
Can't touch this.
Ooh.
Gather round, everyone, and witness the debonair devastation of such exquisite sophistication. And in English, Simon got the
Well, honestly, I'm as giddy as a kipper when I see these two. I've never enjoyed seeing a team as much as I enjoy the Vaudevillains.
Do we need subtitles for this entrance or
Simon
something?
Might need
Gott.
to. It was last week on NXT that we saw something Charlie Chaplin-esque from the Vaudevillains saying in subtitles, Byron, titles are the only things that would bring color to our world.
Okay, I get it.
So the Vaudevillains, along with Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady, all looking to get involved in the NXT tag
that's
team
double
division.
peak.
It's actually, I'm not sure about Simon Gott. He'd be able to compete because he'd be thinking he's wrestling his sister when he looks at Enzo because his sister's the bearded lady in the circus. I told you that last time.
Oh my gosh.
Gotch told me once time when he lifted a full-grown African elephant over his head.
I don't doubt it, honestly.
Strong guy.
And look at it. He's like, ooh.
What do you say, carved onyx?
It's carved out of ivory. No, really.
Well, guys, when we talk about the tag team division, you have to talk about the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Ascension. 288 days as champion, and perhaps we could see a future #1 contender here in this match.
Well, I certainly hope so.
You know what I'm shocked to see is it's like there's a renewed ambition within the tag team division. For so long, they were tag team cowering at the thought of facing Ascension. Now you see them coming out of the woodwork.
That's a great point, Byron. Yes, we are seeing these teams coming, but you've got to think, do they realize what they're in for with the Ascension?
Well, do you realize what you're in for if you're taking on Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady or Aiden English and Simon Gotch?
Well, Gotch and English believe they're the manliest team in NXT
They are.
or
They
WWE.
are. They are.
Believe their fight should be won with old-fashioned grit and manliness.
Grit and manliness.
Yes. That's Simon Gotch. He's interesting, isn't he? That's what I like about him.
You're enthralled, aren't you?
I am, yes. I saw him, he was warming up before. Most people, you know, you can see obviously he does his Hindu squats and his Hindu push-ups.
Hip thrusts.
Yes, he was sword swallowing back there, you know? What? Sword swallowing.
Stretch out your chest. Meanwhile, Enzo Amore looking sharp here. It was roughly 8 months ago that Enzo Amore broke his leg in a foam party and is now back here in tag team competition.
Yeah, foam party aside, and William Regal, I'll ask you this. You come back from a broken leg. Mentally, are you there? Are you self-conscious? I mean, what's going through your mind first match back?
First of all, you used the wrong word there, mentally. That's something that we don't have to worry about with Enzo. He's not the full shilling, the lad, is he?
There's the tag from Big Cass.
Not the full what?
What a history between Aiden English and Big Cass during the time that Enzo Amore was out. These two had a variety of singles matches. They just plain don't like each other.
It's very easy to overlook how vicious and impressive Big Cass is because he's with Enzo, you know, that over-caffeinated ferret. But, you know, this is a 7-foot man and we've seen it. He can just demolish people.
Well, William, we talk about who could knock off the Ascension, and it was Enzo and Cass way back when who were pretty close to doing that before Enzo Amore's injury.
That's very true, Tom.
Right there in a round-robin tournament at one point. Oh!
Now then.
The Legion shoulders down as the cover. The Vaudevillains steal the win.
Oh, snooze, you lose.
Here are your winners, Simon Gotch and Aiden English, the Vaudevillains.
Marcus Louis and Sylvester LaFour directly causing the distraction. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassady coming up on the short end of the stick here against the Vaudevillains as Simon Gotch takes advantage of the Legionnaires' distraction for the Vaudevillains to pick up the tag team victory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come a grudge match in our main event as Sami Zayn will take on Tyson Kidd.
You know what? This has really gotten personal between Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd. You're involved in the man's wife. You're involved in a man, and Tyson Kidd who's frustrated. And this match is going to be a battle.
It certainly is something that I'm looking forward to. As everybody here who watches NXT, this is going to be something special.
With William Regal and Byron Saxon, I'm Tom Phillips. Still a lot more to come here on NXT. We want to turn our attention briefly to the NXT Tag Team Division. We just saw all three of those teams here represented in our first match. However, if you want to be the NXT Tag Team Champion, you have to go through the Ascension.
There are a lot of teams that think they're worthy of the NXT Tag Team Championships. Hey, yo, Vic. Preach.
It makes no difference who you think you are or what you believe yourselves to be capable of. As long as you set your sights right here, you are only fooling yourselves if you believe yourselves to be the hunters. Because against us, you are always the hunted.
15 times he has stood at the top of WWE as champion.
Whether you like it or you don't, the champ is here!
But at the WWE Battleground pay-per-view event, 4 is the only number that counts.
John Cena faces 3 other competitors and doesn't even have to get pinned to lose those titles?
In a huge fatal 4-way match.
The first superstar to get a pinfall or submission is declared the champion.
All 4 men are in the ring at the same time. Then it's every man for himself.
John Cena can lose everything without losing anything at all. WWE Battleground, presented by Takis Fuego.
Into the jungle.
Welcome back to NXT with William Regal and Byron Saxon. I'm Tom Phillips, and over the last few weeks, we've seen a real falling out between the NXT Women's Champion Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Summer Rae.
I don't know about you guys, but watching my 3 favorite females fight each other, it's heartbreaking.
You knew, though, that once Charlotte became the NXT Ladies Champion, things were going to change.
Well, right now, we want to take a look at the demise of the beautiful, fierce females.
Charlotte into the cover on Natalya. Charlotte's the NXT Women's Champion.
We are looking at a diva that is going to be making waves in the Divas division, whether it be here in NXT or in the WWE for years to come.
I just gave it all I had, and this means so much to me. This isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Call to me, call to me.
The founding member of the beautiful, fierce females, Summer Rae, is back on NXT.
I've been on Total Divas every week. I've been in Hollywood. Guys, you're welcome. I mean, I've been pretty much putting the BFFs on the map.
Look at this. Look at Summer Rae.
She should focus on the match. She's so wrapped up in being a celebrity.
The friction between the BFFs pretty evident there at the end of the match.
Summer coming back just made it more clear that I can't trust anyone, including you. I'm the NXT Women's Champion.
For now you are. Summer is going to face Bayley to determine the #1 contendership for your championship.
The Summer Crush!
Summer Rae is the new #1 contender.
Who would have thought me, the new #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship? And then when I win the title, you're gonna want to be best friends with me again, so I suggest you get used to the summer of summer.
So in the aftermath of the BFFs, Summer Rae looks to dethrone Charlotte after winning the #1 contender's opportunity last week. The NXT Women's Champion Charlotte will defend her title next week on NXT.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first from Joliet, Illinois, weighing 220 pounds, CJ Parker.
Can you smell something? Is it patchouli oil or something? The dirty, scruffy, filthy, hippie swine.
I really take offense to the fact that you continue to run this man down. William Regal, you're better than that.
No, I'm not. I've got no standards.
Well, we want to take you back to last week. It was almost a peace offering from CJ Parker to Xavier Woods. CJ Parker said he didn't mean what he had said 2 weeks ago after his match when he was calling out Xavier Woods, saying, "I want your spot." And then it was Xavier Woods who had some fun with CJ Parker. Parker responded by kicking Xavier Woods in the back of the head.
Well, let's just say one thing. CJ Parker's not a man you can have fun with. I mean, you can see look at the look of menace in his eyes. We joke about him, and I joke about him a lot. But I wouldn't want to face this man.
Kicking a man in the head when his back is turned.
Exactly.
Sometimes you got to go through questionable means to justify the end.
We talked about the grudge match in our main event between Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd. CJ Parker has certainly created a lot of animosity.
Spread the peace. Spread the peace. All he wants to do.
Himself and Xavier Woods.
His opponent from Angel Grove, California, weighing 205 pounds, Xavier Woods.
Now, Dr. Xavier Woods, my funk soul brother.
You're a funk soul brother?
Oh, yes, we get down together. But I'm a little worried for Xavier today. I'm a little worried because he's upset a hornet's nest in CJ Parker.
And this could have all been avoided. CJ Parker tried to offer Xavier a peace offering. Xavier chose to mock CJ Parker, and now he's going to pay for it.
Well, Xavier Woods has burst on the scene on Raw and SmackDown, and a lot of the superstars here on NXT have become extremely jealous of that, and CJ Parker just happened to be the first one to come out and voice his opinion.
See, I've said every time that the audience here, the NXT universe, mocks CJ Parker, or I mock him, unfortunately, his opponent's the person that suffers for it. And he's quite willing to take it out on his opponent. And poor old Xavier today, it worries me. I love Xavier.
CJ just wants Xavier Woods to feel the same passion he does about the environment, about the earth, about how to live a better life.
Whereas I know Xavier is like me. We just want one nation under a groove.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to dignify that comment.
Well, CJ Parker said,
dignified.
Guys, CJ Parker said 2 weeks ago he respected how well-educated Xavier Woods is, but he would expect a man of Xavier Woods' stature to also appreciate the environment as much as he does.
Why? I would consider myself somewhat intelligent. I couldn't care less. I drive around in a great big I've got an 8-wheel.
Yeah, then why not listen to what CJ Parker? We never stop learning in life. CJ Parker makes valid points.
Drop kick by Woods. Woods looking for the cover here on Parker. Parker kicks out.
You use a battery-powered fan. Bring a reusable bag to the grocery store. Start making some little changes in your life for the better good.
Come on, Byron. We saw last
week
Xavier Woods kind of saw through what CJ Parker was trying to say. He was really poking fun at Xavier Woods.
Did you not hear me? Okay, the other week when I mentioned to you, Xavier Woods does not recycle. Xavier makes no effort to even listen. CJ didn't come at Xavier in an aggressive way. He tried to talk to the man.
It's one thing when you vent your opinion and then you challenge another man's job. That's not fair. Well, there goes Parker.
Life's not fair, Tom.
Xavier Woods exploding into the corner.
Xavier Woods is going to recycle Parker here. I'm happy because I was worried about Xavier coming into this.
That's real cute. Man's trying to save our lives. You make a joke out of it.
Oh! Face first off the bottom rope.
Where are the jokes now?
As far as we could see that rope, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, those ropes are incredibly tight. Just hit. And it looked like it hit him right in the jaw, or in the teeth. Hopefully not in the teeth.
Well, CJ Parker sees an opening now against Xavier Woods. Looking to put away this match with a big clothesline.
As I said before, CJ Parker's a hornet's nest.
CJ Parker's following in the footsteps of so many great leaders. Look at Ronald Reagan, overcame the stigma of being an actor to become one of the greatest presidents of all time. Oprah silenced those who didn't think she'd become one of the greatest, most successful females in history. And now CJ Parker facing adversity to change the view of the world. It's a beautiful thing.
You just compared CJ Parker to Ronald Reagan.
And Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, darn right I did.
Wow. Next you're going to call him Gandhi.
Wait till next week.
CJ Parker's in control here. William Regal, how would you...
Well, this is a beautiful single arm straitjacket hold there.
William, how would you feel if another superstar challenged your spot? You're deserving this to be on the WWE roster.
Well, everybody's always challenging someone's spot. That's the name of the game. You have to try and take somebody's job so you can have one. You know, you want to beat somebody as quickly as possible.
But to call you out in public.
Well, to call you out in public, it's... Let's for a second. CJ Parker knows exactly what he's doing. You know, we can buy into it. Well, I buy into all this hippie nonsense, but he's a cunning individual.
It's not a hippie. He's a protector of the earth.
Xavier Woods starting
he's a shower dodger.
Starting to pick up momentum here. Oh, sign of the head of CJ Parker. The Moonchild's in trouble. Whoa. Oh, DDT, face first went Parker. The cover from Xavier Woods, and Parker kicked out.
So you don't expect somebody like CJ Parker to have this kind of go about him, to have this fight left in him, but he does. That's why you can't take him, you know, lightly at all.
Now Xavier Woods up to the top rope, looking to take down CGP, and missed on the cross body.
Great instincts, quick thinking.
Now Parker with the opening. Whoa, that's how he won his match 2 weeks ago with that heel kick. Whoop, shoulders down here on Xavier Woods. Hold on. CJ Parker in control, gets the win.
Here is your winner, CJ Parker.
I'll tell you what, CJ Parker's going to look so good when he wins the award for Al Gore's Award for Environmentalist of the Year. He's going to look so good when he's standing atop a freshly planted tree.
CJ Parker just looks good now because he just beat a very credible competitor in Xavier Woods, and he outsmarted Xavier Woods, and Xavier Woods is an intelligent
Let's
man.
take a look back at this match. Xavier Woods thought he had it right here. A vicious DDT from Woods.
Xavier Woods brought the aggression, but the important thing we saw is CJ Parker wisely was able to respond.
And yeah, using the ropes here to pick up the victory against Xavier Woods, getting some leverage, using the top rope to put
Stop
some
it,
position.
Tom. Stop. Don't try to make it
You
something
have two
it's
eyes.
not.
Were you seeing?
I see a winner. That's what I see right now.
CJ Parker ending the piece, picking up the victory here over Xavier Woods.
Well, coming up, Alexa Bliss was able to score what many called a huge upset over the boss, Sasha Banks. Now we're going to find out if lightning can strike twice, because Alexa Bliss takes on Sasha Banks next, right here on NXT.
Follow me into the jungle. Ain't no God on the streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle?
Please welcome my guest at this time, NXT superstar Sami Zayn.
How you doing?
Hi, Sami. Can you tell us what's going through your mind heading into tonight's match against Tyson Kidd?
Well, Devin, a lot's been going through my mind as it pertains to Tyson Kidd. I feel like ever since he showed up here in NXT, we've just seen bit by bit more and more of his true colors, and now we're seeing the real Tyson Kidd. We're seeing the conceited, self-absorbed, chauvinistic coward that is the true Tyson Kidd. The Tyson Kidd that's clearly a little insecure that he's being overshadowed by his wife's success. And I just feel like, if you told me a couple of months ago that I was going to wrestle Tyson Kidd, I would have been overjoyed. And now this is really just about embarrassing him. And that's what I'm going to do tonight.
Divas match set for one fall. Introducing first from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
That's a glitter blizzard.
The bling bling. I don't have any bling bling left. I have to pawn it all to pay off my ex-wives.
Oh, you should get some.
Well, Alexa Bliss is certainly impressed. It was leading up to NXT TakeOver. Really burst onto the scene. Definitely some history between Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks, however. Alexa commented on that earlier.
Sasha, last time we were in the ring, you felt the sting from my bling. And they held my hand up in victory. You even had your BFFs by your side. But you underestimated me because I'm just so small and so nice. But tonight, you're alone. And you'll see lightning strike twice.
So Alexa Bliss, some choice words there for Sasha Banks. This is a rematch from 3 weeks ago.
Oh, but here comes the boss.
Her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
It's very easy, as we've seen with the BFFs, to sort of put in the back seat Sasha Banks, but she shouldn't be. Sasha Banks knows where she is. She's in the driving seat all the time. She's a very, very capable young lady.
You're darn right she's capable, and she's going to prove it here tonight. I like Alexa Bliss, but I feel sorry for what's about to happen.
Well, we saw last week backstage, Summer Rae told Sasha Banks, it doesn't mean that we can't be friends just because the BFFs dissolved. And Charlotte said the exact same thing to Sasha Banks. And Summer Rae told Sasha Banks to be on the right side. That's quite the predicament.
You know, it's a tough thing to hear about. It's a tough thing to see. Again, I talk about how united all three of these ladies were, and to see what's happened, to see what's become of the BFFs, it's just hard.
You have to admit, Byron, you knew it was going to happen.
Shoulders down, hold on, and a kick out. That's how Alexa Bliss won the first match 3 weeks ago.
Once Charlotte became the NXT Women's Champion, you knew there was going to be a rift there. It always happens.
Whoa, again, looking for the cover, shoulders down, and Sasha kicked out. Ooh! We do know that the final chapter in the BFF's book will be written next week, as we'll see Summer Rae, the #1 contender, challenge Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship.
You know, you never know. At the end of the day, Charlotte and Summer Rae had this match, it's a competitive match, and realize we still like each other.
Oh, don't be so foolhardy. How can they like each other? That championship changes the world. That's the way it goes.
Summer Rae, when she returned, tried to immediately take control of the BFFs. Here's the cover, shoulders down. Now Sasha Banks, looking for the win here against Alexa Bliss. William Regal, there have been times here where you've described Sasha Banks as a future NXT Women's Champion.
Yes, I truly believe that. Sasha Banks, she's 21 years of age or 22. I mean, she just gets better and better every time. Oh, yes, dear me. Every time we see her. And when you're as good as that and you have that vicious streak, and that, it just makes for a dangerous combination.
Into the cover, Banks looking to put away Alexa and a kick out.
Well, Alexa Bliss is fighting here. She's not giving up, is she?
Well, you know, she said her life's been like a fairy tale. Her career's been like a fairy tale. We've seen her
Mine has,
upset.
grim.
Yeah, I'm sure. She's upset Sasha Banks. She's upset Alicia Fox. But I think now reality is going to start to set in.
Let's take one more look at this knee to the stomach here from Sasha Banks to Alexa Bliss. That's just a mean streak, the more aggressive and tenacious side of Sasha Banks.
We've always seen this from Sasha Banks. Ever since Sasha Banks adopted the boss moniker, it was the attitude of don't wait for anyone to hand you anything in life. You want it, you grab it.
I don't think Sasha Banks should be mocking Alexa, because we've seen Alexa pull off, what some people would call a miracle here a few weeks ago. So she's a capable young lady. She knows what she's doing in the ring.
And don't forget, in Alexa's debut, she defeated former WWE Divas champion Alicia Fox.
Yes, exactly.
I mentioned that earlier.
Thanks,
Bob. She's as mad as a ball banana, isn't she, Alicia?
Whoa! Oh, and down goes Sasha Banks. Whoop. Oh, right to the spine of Alexa Bliss.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Submission maneuver in the middle of the ring. Alexa Bliss is in trouble. And Bliss is going to have to tap out.
Your winner by submission, Sasha Banks.
Well, that was an incredible display there by Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks took Alexa Bliss flipped her over her knees and applied that incredible submission hold right to the chin.
If you're going to pronounce her name, at least say Sasha. Say it correctly.
Let's take a look back at this match as Sasha Banks picked up the victory against Alexa Bliss. Watch this, the closing moments here.
Look,
the shot to the spine.
And straight into that. You can see the jaw and the neck are cranked to the maximum there. That's incredibly painful. No way that Alexa Bliss could have possibly done anything but tap out there.
Picking up the victory against Alexa Bliss here in Orlando.
Now, Tyler, I must ask the question the entire NXT universe is dying to know the answer to. When will you face Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship?
Devin, all anyone ever does these days is rush. They rush to the supermarket to get the best deals. They rush to the mall to get the newest shoes. And now everyone's rushing to the conclusion that I don't want to take on that uggo Adrian Neville and become NXT champion. Devin, these things take time. The Versace mansion wasn't built in a day. As I said a few weeks ago, I suffered a tragic hand modeling accident, and I couldn't even compete that night. But, lucky for you, everyone else who's wondering, trying to get the inside scoop, I have my agent drawing up the contract for the match between Neville and myself as we speak. But, as we all know, Devin, legal contracts aren't drawn up in a couple of hours. So, if you and everyone else is going through Breeze withdrawals, how about we take another exclusive look at my MTV Euro Award-winning music video, Prince Pretty, out.
All right, let's take you out to the studio and show you where you're gonna do your vocals.
You mean where I'll perform the magic? God. All right, I'm ready when you are. I'm ready.
Look, everyone, it's Tyler!
Is it my eyes when you look at me? They are so gorgeous, they'll set you free. Could it be my walk or just my stare that makes you freeze when I appear? Super good looking, every hair in place. Everyone loves this gorgeous face. You can't deny my beauty shot on everything that you are not. Part man, but all model. Am I what you want? Am I who you follow? Don't try and fight it, you can't deny. This is perfection, personified. Piercing eyes and a chiseled jaw, molded by the gods without a flaw. Can you feel the presence of greatness near? This hair, this look, Prince Pretty's here. Super good looking, every hair in place. Everyone loves this gorgeous face. You can't deny my beauty shot on everything that you are not.
Those lyrics are genius. Genius. I wrote this.
Up next, the megastar of Jurassic proportions returns home. Adam Rose has taken WWE by storm, and tonight, the magnetic superstar is in action. The Exotic Express and Adam Rose bring the party to NXT next.
New to WWE Network.
The Mega Powers, yeah!
The greatest rematch, Andre the Giant against Hulk Hogan. Macho Man against Jake the Snake.
Saturday night's main event.
For the first time ever, the event that changed the face of network television is available on demand. And it all begins with the groundbreaking episodes from the most influential decade in WWE history, the 1980s. Available anytime, anywhere, only on WWE Network. Saturday night's main event, the 1980s on demand. Available now on WWE Network.
We are inside the NXT arena here on the campus of Full Sail University, the state-of-the-art facility here in Orlando, Florida. Still to come tonight, our main event as Tyson Kidd takes on Sami Zayn in a rematch from last week here on NXT. We want to take you back to this matchup here. As you could see, Natalya bumped off the apron inadvertently by Tyson Kidd. Tyson using the distraction with his wife to pin Sami Zayn in the middle of the match. Sami Zayn absolutely stunned, as was Natalya.
Excuse me, Natty. Were you surprised Sami Zayn came to your aid and not your husband tonight?
I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Here with me now is WWE superstar Tyson Kidd. Tyson, before we get into your match with Sami Zayn, let's talk about what happened last week on NXT and Natalya.
Devin, do you hear yourself? You're sitting here and you're wasting my time asking me about my wife and my family. And I already know when you talk to Sami Zayn later tonight, you're not going to ask him about his family or, you know, maybe what his brothers and sisters got for Christmas. So why are you wasting my time with a question like that? You should be talking about the fact that I defeated Sami Zayn last week in our tag match and that Tyson Kidd is on a roll. Now, as for my wife, as for Natalya, she's a former WWE Divas champion. She can take care of herself. In that ring, accidents happen. But tonight, when I beat Sami Zayn, that won't be an accident.
Here we go. The Exotic Express is back on the campus of Full Sail University.
Come on, Tom, dance.
Adam Rose.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first from the Lucia K Islands, weighing 220 pounds, Adam Rose.
Guys, this is where the Exotic Express was born.
So why don't you dance? Dance, will you, please?
It's alive and well.
You know, Tom, sometimes you go to prove that there is life after death.
Come on, Tom, do the prance. Do something.
Come on,
prance.
move.
What do you mean the prance? Is that what it's called? What are you doing?
I'm loosening up.
Why are you dancing with exclusively your chest?
Move, Tom, move. Get yourself jigging, fella. Come on.
This is the first time we've seen Adam Rose back on NXT since TakeOver. It's good to see him.
Just get loose. Just get loose.
Come
Let
on.
it consume you.
Come on, you bloody
with
trainee
you?
corpse.
You
Get
look like
moving
you're having
here.
a
Come on.
spasm.
Here you go, Tom.
You've got some issues.
Connect.
There we go.
You need to
Come
see
on.
Doc Aiden or
Connect.
something. What is
Come on.
happening? What are we doing?
Oh, you're all flushed. You look like a baboon's chop here. You've got all red in the cheeks.
Adam Rose is back inside the NXT arena.
I loves me some Adam Rose. I do. You know, I'm still his #1 strawberry.
His opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 230 pounds,
Jason Jordan, the Indiana University All-American wrestler in action, taking a foray into singles competition. Check out what Jordan had to say about the status and whereabouts of his partner, Ty Dillinger.
I've just been told that my partner, Ty Dillinger, is injured. How? I don't know. But I know that the last time he was seen, he was partnering with the Rosebuds. Guess I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do to get to the bottom of this.
We know what a fantastic competitor Jason Jordan is. But do you think it throws him off a little when you have to face somebody of the exotic nature of Adam Rose?
Considering that Ty Dillinger supposedly ran off with the Rosebuds.
Hey, I can vouch for that. I've been on the Exotic Express. In fact, Adam Rose introduced me to an asparagus-flavored lollipop.
William, can it just be you and me that talk the rest of the night?
Your life's just like a...
What, are you jealous?
It's just one long
what?
joy,
one long
isn't
what?
it?
I
Just
love
a
my
big
life.
joy, isn't it?
It is. It's great to be Byron Saxton.
Well, William, you are correct in that Jason
Yes,
Jordan,
I mean, it's-
typically in tag team action, this is a different situation for him.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Oh. Jordan, whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa, there goes Adam Rose.
Let me ask you something.
I love this because when you're quite happy to do things that Adam Rose does, you can throw off your opponent. Even the bravest and fiercest of men can sort of get a little uneasy, and that's a great strategy.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. How do you prepare for someone
Well,
who
you can't, can you?
He's different. He's unorthodox. It's some would say a little weird, but you know.
But he still feels the pain just like any other man, and a good punch in the ribs does wonders sometimes.
Adam Rose, whoop.
Oh,
Jason
dear.
Jordan. Oh!
Hey, up.
Oh, again.
Anyway.
Must be a lot of squats.
Ooh.
Use that posterior.
I'm not touching any of that. I'll get fired.
Oh,
there you go. Oh, Jason Jordan's doing us some
Jason
hardcore
Jordan,
hitting.
an impressive amateur wrestling
But
background.
Here's the thing. If you're willing to embarrass your opponent, you have to expect to get a good hiding for it. And that you've really embarrassed you. And there's nothing, everybody at home understands that feeling. When you get embarrassed in front of people, it's the worst feeling in the world.
Well, it's the key. I mean, Jason Jordan said, hey, I like Adam Rose, but I'd also like to put his party on hold.
Whoa! Here's the cover, shoulders down, and a kick out.
Incredible bridge there by Jason Jordan. What a unbelievable specimen Jason Jordan is.
William, we always talk about who's next here on NXT. Here's the cover from Jason Jordan on Adam Rose and a kick out. NXT officials believe Jason Jordan has all the measurables, 6'3", 245 pounds.
And so do I. It's Jason Jordan is somebody we've been watching on and off for the last year or so, and he's had a few mishaps, a few injuries, and now his tag team partner's hurt, so it took him a while to get back into singles competition. That's the way it goes.
Byron, we always hear from Paul Heyman when he comes here for NXT Arrival, NXT TakeOver, saying he's looking for the next NXT champion, but also the future WWE World Heavyweight Champion, main eventers, Hall of Famers.
I want to hear party
It's
time
me that
all
does the
time.
stuttering.
Come on,
Come on,
now.
Byron.
I'm talking over the good
Spit
stuff.
it out.
Great conversation, Byron. Oh, inverted atomic drop from Adam Rose. Spinning neck breaker. Now Rose trying to stay alive in this matchup. In his return match to NXT. There goes Jason Jordan.
Where did that come from?
Ooh. See, it's easy to take Adam Rose lightly, but every one of these strikes is right on the button.
Choo-choo, look out! Oh!
Well, I think
Adam
this is the beginning
Rose
of the
setting
end.
up for the party foul.
Goodness gracious.
Face first, Adam Rose with the cover, and it's party time.
Are you going out with the Rosebud style,
I may
Byron?
just do that.
I want him to introduce me to that little old slapper at the back there. You never see her. They keep her bedded in the back. She's got a limp and a lisp. I like
a few
her.
connections. Don't worry.
Let's take a look back as Adam Rose picking up the victory in his return to Orlando, Florida. Looking for Choo-choo in the corner.
And Choo-choo in the corner was just a preview for the end.
Party foul right on top of the skull of Jason Jordan, and Adam Rose doing what he does best.
Exactly. Winning. That's what he does. He wins.
The buddy, the Exotic Express, Adam Rose picking up the win here back on NXT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Tyson Kidd has been hounding Sami Zayn for weeks, especially after last week's main event. Tonight, Sami looks for payback while Kidd has to get back on track. Our main event contest is next on NXT.
You ever hear the guy's name who's Robert Wolf? Who's asking? A couple of suits said they were federal agents.
You got something you want to tell me? Just be straight with me, man.
You know something, Wolf? I'd have done the same thing you did.
This is where it happened. Beat the scalp right off of him. Turned the guy into a maraca. Deserved it.
I told you what would happen. I couldn't let him walk free.
You can't go around taking the law into your own hands now, can you?
Please welcome my guest at this time, NXT superstar, Kalisto.
How are you? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Muy bien.
Now, Kalisto, in your short time here at NXT, you've already had an opportunity at the NXT Tag Team Championship. And you came really close to defeating the #1 contender, Tyler Breeze. How do you feel?
Seriamente, I prefer to talk about my future victories and not my losses. No te ofendas, but... What are you doing? Mi carnal, my tag team partner local, me and him parted ways. But I can find a new tag team partner and face you guys next week. What's the matter? Speechless?
Could the Vaudevillains be in tag team action next week here on NXT? Right now, it's time for our main event on the WWE Network.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 195 pounds, Tyson Kidd.
Guys, we saw the main event last week, tag team action. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel picking up the win against Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville under very controversial circumstances.
You know, there's such a thing as trying to help too much. And I think what we've seen with Natalya is trying to help Tyson Kidd too much, but luckily Tyson Kidd was able to respond.
I would like to know how Tyson Kidd's life's been this week, because I'm sure Natalya has figured out exactly what happened.
His opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 196 pounds,
Sami Zayn on the wrong end of the pinfall in the tag team match last week. The situation that unfolded, we saw Tyson Kidd and Sami Zayn bump into the ropes at the same time. It was Natalya was on the apron trying to check on the injured knee of Tyson Kidd. Tyson used the situation as a distraction to Sami Zayn and picked up the win.
Now, I'm quite open to what I am, and I'm an old diabolical villain, but I've always been a gentleman, and I would not... How could you not go to help your wife?
And how about after the match?
I mean,
didn't even immediately go to Natalya.
Didn't go to
didn't
it all.
seem to care about Justin Gabriel.
It's all easy for us to play Monday morning quarterback when we watch this, but in the moment, between the pressure that Tyson Kidd's here, he comes out here, the NXT Universe is chanting Natalya's husband. All this pressure that he's got on his shoulders, he's trying to navigate the waters the best he can. And just because he doesn't make the right move at the right time, doesn't give us the right to vilify him.
If he doesn't want to be with her, just bin her. Just get rid of her.
That's not, you're missing the whole point.
Well, Tyson Kidd certainly looked extremely confident and looks pretty confident tonight after picking up the win in the main event last week. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville had to deal with Tyson Kidd for weeks now, and a Kidd trying to regroup.
I love the cunning of Tyson Kidd. Just little things. Just goading Sami Zayn in with that lovely grin on his face and then rolling out the ring. He knows exactly what he's doing, just trying to mess with Sami Zayn.
And here's the thing, Sami Zayn's a smart guy. Sami Zayn's had his share of frustration here on NXT.
Yes,
if anyone should understand the position Tyson Kidd's in, it should be Sami Zayn.
But does that give Tyson Kidd the right to use people like his wife, like his tag team partner, Justin Gabriel?
Tyson Kidd did not use his wife.
Are you kidding me?
I've used loads of mine. Why not?
Natalia was out there on her own accord. Tyson Kidd saw an opening to do what he's paid to do, and that's win matches.
One thing we know, well, we're pretty much guaranteed here is we're going to see two incredible competitors.
And again, Tyson Kidd getting outside the ring to collect himself.
Sometimes you got to clear your mind.
Sometimes you've just got to try and throw your opponent's game off, and that's exactly what Tyson Kidd's doing here.
That too.
And we can't forget about 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's a bit strong, isn't it? Tyson Chicken.
You hear this again? This is what I'm talking about. Everyone trying to get into the head of Tyson Kidd for no reason.
Well, we can't forget about 2 weeks ago, the match between Gabriel and Sami Zayn. After the match, Tyson Kidd and Gabriel attacking Sami Zayn. Zayn called it last week, quote, heinous and unprovoked.
Sometimes you need to make a statement, Tom.
Sami Zayn's been waiting a week to get his hands on Tyson Kidd. Finally has his opportunity tonight in our main event.
A look of determination on Sami Zayn's
Sami looking for the haluva kick in the corner, and Tyson Kidd out of the way in just the last second.
Well scouted by Tyson Kidd.
That's a great point, Byron. That's the problem when you're facing somebody like Sami Zayn. You scout him. You have to scout him, else you've got no chance.
Again.
I mean, it's a problem for Sami Zayn because, you know, people are scouting him all the time.
Now Kidd trying to get back into this match, trying to fend off Sami Zayn. Oh, big shot to the jaw. Wow.
That'll rock you.
That would have made anybody in the World Cup proud.
Wait a minute. Oh, suplex onto the steel.
Ooh.
Can Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd climb back in our main event?
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars. But they are not invincible. They take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
Welcome back to NXT. Sami Zayn in trouble right now against Tyson Kidd.
We saw before the break, Tyson Kidd suplexed Sami Zayn on that steel grate. And how brutal that looked. And Tyson Kidd throughout the break has just been controlling Sami Zayn, grinding him down, scurfing him, as I like to say, just wearing him down.
Sami Zayn trying to feed off the NXT universe, has had revenge on his mind all week since falling in the tag team match last week on NXT to Kidd and Gabriel with Adrian Neville in his corner.
And I think Tyson Kidd is channeling that same energy from the NXT universe and using it to take down Sami Zayn.
Now Tyson Kidd looking to take control here. Sami Zayn in a really bad position here in the corner.
Awful position to be in, this is for Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Tyson's feeding off it.
Tyson, drop kick to the face of Sami Zayn.
Now the referee needs to check Sami Zayn because he could be knocked cold here.
Tyson Kidd really taking his time here. The NXT Universe goading Tyson Kidd tonight.
Listen, we all have an ego. Some lesser than others, but we all have an ego. When that ego gets bruised, when that ego gets bruised, you will go to any length to protect it.
Oh, neck breaker from Kidd. Into the cover immediately on Zayn and a kick out. Take another look at this drop kick from Tyson Kidd. Out of the corner, all the elevation that Tyson Kidd gets on it, landing it right on Sami Zayn.
To break down Sami Zayn and simultaneously silence any critics who doubt his ability in between those ropes.
But also the resolve of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's got the fortitude to continue after such a maneuver. He's been kicked right in the face. He's got that incredible fighting spirit, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn showing the resolve that, whoa, oh! Drop kick from Zayn. Resolve that's put him on the map at NXT Arrival, NXT TakeOver. Looking for a big win here tonight.
Watch out!
Off the top rope, oh, taking down Kid. Sami Zayn, incensed, refuses to have WWE superstars like Kid and Gabriel use him and Adrian Neville as their launching pad.
But Sami can't let his emotions get the better of him because Tyson Kidd will take advantage.
Up top, crossbody. Here's the cover on Tyson Kidd, and Sami Zayn can't put him away.
We know Sami Zayn prides himself on respect, and Sami Zayn felt he was disrespected by Tyson Kidd, and now you're seeing the response.
Do you feel, now I'm just throwing this out there, one has to wonder, do you feel that Tyson Kidd feels disrespected by his wife when she starts interfering? I'm just asking Byron.
I think Tyson Kidd, it's not his wife, it's everyone else around him trying to create issues that aren't there.
Oh! See, that's what we were talking about before. When you so scout an opponent, it becomes hard for them to do their moveset.
Leg drop to the back of the head. Sami's in a bad spot here.
Anybody who questions the ability of Tyson Kidd?
Tyson Kidd looking to roll into the cover, hook to the leg, shoulders down on Sami Zayn and a kick out.
I don't think anybody questions the ability of Tyson Kidd. That's never been the question.
Well, then why do we keep hearing you're Natalia's husband? Why do we keep hearing
Because
you're taking a
is,
backseat to your wife? Why do we keep hearing these insults?
Perhaps people think he is, but nobody discredits his ability.
And Tyson Kidd was the one who said it at TakeOver. If I win, I'll be NXT champion. If I lose, I'll be known as Natty's husband.
You're seeing Sami Zayn.
Oh! German suplex from Tyson Kidd.
You have to see how Sami Zayn's landed
Now
here.
Kidd into the cover, shoulders down on Sami Zayn, got it up.
Back to that scouting game again. We saw Sami Zayn trying to go for that blue thunderbomb, but Tyson Kidd reversed it, not just once, but twice. Pulled off a beautiful German suplex, something that Carl Gotch would have been proud of there.
You know, Tyson Kidd has continually been a student of the game. He's always said, if you've made any ounce of noise in this business, I know who you are. And now Tyson throwing all caution to the wind.
Top turnbuckle, elbow drop, no! Great counter by Sami Zayn, knees to the elbow, and now setting him up. Blue Thunder Bomb, shoulders down. Sami Zayn can win it right here. No, and a kick out.
It's the ring seasoning. That is why someone like Tyson Kidd was able to kick out from that fantastic maneuver there, because he knows how to use his hips to kick himself out when he knows he has no chance with his arms.
Now, this matchup is some redemption for Tyson Kidd. This is a chance for him to create a new road of success for his career.
It's only redemption if he wins.
Of course.
Oh dear, right to the temple.
So many weapons, so many tools.
Sami staggered, now Tyson Kidd looking to go back up top. Blockbuster off the top rope, head bouncing off the canvas. Sami Zayn's in a bad spot here, and Zayn kicked out.
That look of determination on Sami Zayn's eyes. The look of, I can't believe this has just happened to me on Tyson Kidd. This is what makes for great competition. Every week I sit here and I'm just so impressed by these great competitors here in NXT.
I said it earlier, at the end of the day, it's competitive fire.
Whoa. I was looking for the cover there now, Sami.
Oh, wow, what a counter. What a counter.
Kidd looking to roll him over into the sharpshooter.
He's got him.
Hart family sharpshooter.
And he's got it applied perfectly. Sami Zayn has to get to that bottom rope. He has to. He has to pull his fingernails out on the canvas if he has to. Crawl, Sami. That's what you've got to do.
Sami Zayn in dire straits here. Has to break the submission maneuver. Sami Zayn inching and crawling and now dragged back into the center of the ring. Tyson Kidd sitting all the way down on the spine of Zayn.
Tyson's got it cinched in.
Sami trying to reach the bottom rope. Is Sami Zayn going to tap out to the sharpshooter? Tyson Kidd pouring everything he can into the sharpshooter. Sami inches away from the bottom rope and finally breaks it.
Sami Zayn shows us week after week why he's a sensation. This young man has fighting spirit for everybody in this building.
But what about the damage that's now been done to the leg of Sami Zayn?
You're right there, Byron. Not only the legs, but the lower back. He's going to be tremendous. I mean, his body will be spasming at the moment.
Tyson Kidd
inflammation
again
will be setting in.
Again to the top rope. Whoop. Caught by Zayn face first.
And he's got the Koji clutch on here. He's got the perfectly applied.
Sami got Justin Gabriel to tap out.
Yes.
Kid does too.
Here is your winner by submission, Sami Zayn.
Another spectacular win for Sami Zayn. Float over into that perfectly applied Koji clutch. There is no man that could possibly not tap out to that.
It was the competitive match we thought it was going to be, but once again, hey, I'll call a spade a spade. I'm asking myself, how did Sami Zayn do it?
Because he's a sensation. That's why Sami Zayn does it. But believe me, we've seen an incredible display by Tyson Kidd. What a competitor he is.
Tyson Kidd looked like he was in control for much of our main event tonight. Take a look at this, the blockbuster off the top rope. Sami Zayn's head bounced off the canvas, but stayed in the match.
Yeah, you see this, Tyson Kidd thought he had Sami Zayn here, sharpshooter locked in, still wasn't enough.
Sami Zayn showing that famous resilience and then got caught right here to Tyson Kidd into the Koji clutch.
And that beautifully applied Koji clutch. Now, one has to wonder, what's going through the mind of Tyson Kidd?
Yeah, and I understand the frustration. He gave everything he had against Adrian Neville. Tyson Kidd gave everything he had against Sami Zayn, and once again, comes up short.
Tyson Kidd tapped out to Sami Zayn tonight on NXT.